We're live. Man, trees just look awesome this year. Everything's just turning. You know, one of the things that I had learned was the variation in colors is a direct result of the differentiation in the temperatures from during the day, the highs during the day and the lows at night, which is why like in northern climates, Maine, Vermont, places like that, you'll see a wider range, like purples and different colors, which I thought that was really cool. So the more ranges you have, is you'll see a more wide range of colors. Anyhow, it's cool because nature. This is a big piece. This is going to tie in exactly what we're talking about today. When we observe nature and look at nature, our physical and learn and understand the patterns of nature, we can understand why we're still in pain. It's pretty wild because, well, we're from nature, right? So we're gonna address these questions that I got today. It's from one is from well, we'll start with Ed's first. Here, I'll read it. Let me turn this around. Ed says, I have one knee replacement. Why does it seem walk crooked? So let's dig into that. Why does after he has a knee replacement, Ed has a knee replacement, why does it seem to walk crooked? And it could be a number of reasons, and this is why when I talk with people who are suffering with arthritis, bone-on-bone situations like that, and they're going, well, I should just get a knee replacement. That'll fix everything. That a lot of these problems aren't talked about before you go for the surgery. It could be because the knee was lined up incorrectly. It could be because of the neurological signaling that's going on in the knee. It could be what's going on in the hip. It could be tension from the hip. It could be coming out of the lower back. It could be patterns that are going on in your feet. A lot of times there are patterns that are in your shoes, you know, that have been there. The patterns that you walk with on a daily basis, these patterns that didn't really serve you, that caused the arthritis to set in and the knee to begin to wear and dehydrate, and the requirement for the knee replacement because you finally got to bone on bone and couldn't take the pain anymore, are still in your shoes. So it's like, you know, a car, frame's bent, and you drive on that bent frame long enough, it's going to wear the tires incorrectly. Same thing happens in our bodies. We have these patterns that are going on in our physical bodies, and we're walking around in our shoes with those same patterns. Well, eventually those shoes wear those patterns, and no matter what you do, you have a knee replacement surgery, or you go to physical therapy, or whatever you're doing, you're reinforcing the pattern that's in the shoes as well. So it's like, and that's why, you know, it ties in with what I was saying about nature, is we have to understand that everything's connected in our physical body. You stub your toe, something else tightens up to compensate for the stubbed toe. You have pain in your knees, the rest of the body compensates for what's going on in the knees. So we have to look at the interconnectedness of what's going on in the knee with what's going on in other parts of the physical body. So why does Ed walk crooked? It could be a number of different things. Hips, lower back, knee, could be from the knee replacement itself, could be in the shoes, it could be in the ankles and the feet. The goal is to begin to change the neurological signaling so the body can self-correct. Like your body defaults to healing. That's what it wants to do. From the moment, like all the time, it's constantly moving to a place where it can heal itself. You cut your finger, it's automatically trying to heal the finger. You break a bone, it's automatically trying to heal the bone. You bite your lip, it's automatically trying to heal what's going on. So your nervous system is this, your body is this really dynamic, constantly shifting and changing. You're this organism that is constantly trying to heal. The idea is, are you lining yourself up with your body's ability to heal, or are you in conflict with it? Going back to the nature principle. Are you in alignment with your nervous system's ability to heal what's going on in your knees, in your body, or are you in conflict with it? And the way to determine that is, are you comfortable? Is your body comfortable on a baseline? Like, do you wake up in the morning and you feel horrible? Do you feel okay when you wake up and you start moving and things start to tighten up? You have to look at these things, and if you're happy with it, without justifying it, because a lot of people in pain justify the pain that they experience. It's a way of not feeling so bad about how bad you feel. Anyhow, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. Okay, another question here from Lynn. I'm going to turn the camera around here, and we're going to read Lynn's question. So Lynn's question is, I have had bilateral total knee replacements on August 4th, 2 months ago, and have had to have manipulation to break through the scar tissue, and have scheduled for a procedure that will stop the femoral nerve pain to allow me to push the knee to bend more than 90 degrees, which is where it is at now. I am worried that I will not be able to get to 120 degrees. Do you have some thoughts on how I can achieve this? How do I change the pain to comfort? Sound familiar? It's like, it's nutty. Like, I can't tell you how many of these I get every week. And yes, I have lots of thoughts. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of suggestions. I've been doing this 12 years online. So, you change what's going on in the knee to comfort by getting the pressure off of the nerves. The pressure on the femoral nerve, I mean it's like, you have to see how this is not in alignment with what the body wants to do. The body's tensing up to protect itself. It doesn't want to go into that range of motion because it's in pain. It's been in pain for years, if not possibly decades. And just because the bones in the leg were cut off and replaced with plastic and metal doesn't mean the pain's going to go away. You may not be able to feel it in the knee joint, but you're going to be able to feel the pain where the nerves were cut in the bone. You're going to see the compensation patterns that are going on in other parts of your body. And the only reason you don't acknowledge this is because you justify it. You justify the pain that you feel. Oh, it's not so bad. I have a high pain tolerance. Oh, I could deal with worse. You get that, like that badge of honor on your chest, like it's some Purple Heart, that you could deal with more pain. And that's kind of horseshit. Because why be in pain if you don't have to? The only reason you justify it is because you don't realize there's another way. So, the knee stops at a certain range of motion because the neurology is telling it to stop. Your nervous system is saying, don't go any further because it's going to hurt. A doctor going in and numbing the pain does not negate the fact of what your neurology doesn't want you to do. Just doesn't. The idea is to get the pressure off of the nerves so the joint feels safe, so the body feels safe, supported, and listened to increase the range of motion in the joint. You look at every one of my videos, I'm saying the same damn thing until people hear it. And that's okay. And my point being is, it's absolutely ridiculous that in 2020, this is the best that the medical model can offer. It's their business model, and I get it. It's job security for me. Because when you change the neurological signaling in the knee and get the pressure off of the nerves that are causing the pain, a shift takes place in the nervous system. You relax. It's like being in that argument with that person, and all of a sudden they shut up and they stop talking and they just listen to what you're saying. And finally you got everything out, and there's this part in your body that just goes, oh, thank you. You finally heard what I said. And it's not because they did anything different. It's because they just stopped talking. So the more you try to do to your knee to force it to get range of motion, to push through the pain, it's like being in that argument with that person. And what I'm saying in regards to comfort, it's just like you're finally shutting up for a moment and showing your knee a way to relax. Dollars to donuts, it's not scar tissue. A lot of times, it's not scar tissue that's preventing the knee from moving. It's the tension in your neurology. If you got questions, type those in the live chat. Oh, Melanie says, I do the same thing, leg swings out. Yeah. The story's the same. I mean, understand that the medical model, they have it set up. They can do an outpatient knee replacement surgery now. They don't care how you feel. They're there to replace the joint. Understand that. Yeah, you have your ethical doctor here and there. But in essence, if you don't care about your knees, if you aren't willing to take the time to learn something that can take care of your own knees, the doctors certainly aren't going to do it. Like, that's the reality of it. The doctors don't have the time. It's a model that is overtaxed. Overtaxed meaning it's very busy. They don't have time to see people, and most of the time, the people are lazy. Like, people are really lazy. They don't want to take 5-10 minutes a day to begin to learn how to create comfort in their knee, so then they don't have to have a knee replacement. Or they want, the insurance will take care of it. Or I have nationalized health care. People are lazy. I've seen it over and over again. Been doing this 12 years online. I had it once. I went and I studied body work, showing people how to get the pressure off of the nerves in their knee. This was in 2001. And I was so excited because I learned this really cool way of getting the pressure off of the nerves in the knee, or nerves in the body. I studied the entire body, not just the knee. And I remember going into it was like a pain support group, and there were, 20 people in the group, and everybody's going around the circle, and it was like people having this measuring contest, like who was more abusive to themselves, who was on more medication, who could handle more pain. And it's like, as you went around the circle, everybody was trying to outdo the other person as to how much pain that they were in, how much pain they can tolerate, all this kind of stuff. And finally, it got to me, and I was like really excited. What do I got here? I got a wasp. It felt like little rascals. So you had all of these people that were comparing how much pain that they were in or how much pain that they could tolerate, and it got to me, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, they're going to love this. They're going to love this, the fact that here's a way of getting out of pain without drugs, without shots, without surgery, like without being abusive to yourself. And it was like I wasn't even in the room. It was like I wasn't even in the room because they didn't want to hear it. That's why what I offer is not for everybody. That's why I get dislikes on some of these videos, because I'm telling people the truth on how their body works, and whether they want to hear it or not is a different story, which is why it's not for everybody. I can only help those people who are willing to show up and do the work for themselves. I don't want you dependent on me. I don't want you coming back to me over and over complaining about the same damn thing. Because the body is absolutely magnificently made. And I want to empower you so you can get over whatever your challenge is with today, and we can talk about cooler stuff the next time we connect. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to have to watch out for that wasp. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. Share this video with your friends at Limp. And if you want to know the next step, like invariably I get people who are like, well, what do I do? How do I work with you? How do I learn how to change the neurological signaling in my knee? Go to my website, thekneepainguru.com. Get on the newsletter list. That's on the homepage. You want to get actual help and support? Join kneeclub. It's a group coaching program where I work with clients twice a week. It's no BS. We're going to get in there. I'm going to give you exactly what you need to start relieving your pain today. And if you sign up in the middle of the night, there's a quick start guide that you can begin working with the moment that you sign up that'll start relieving the pain in your knee and giving you some results. And then on the next call, we jump in and we start customizing it. It's simple. It's whether you want to do the work or not. It's whether you want to sit there in pain or not. And it's cool with me if you do. I don't fault you for it. The pain of where you're at needs to be greater of moving forward. Think about that. You will not be motivated enough. Everyone has a different threshold. You will not be motivated enough to change what needs to be changed if your fear of moving forward is greater than the pain that you're in right now. Most people don't have that intrinsic motivation that's required for long-lasting change. And I can see as I'm talking about this, talking about the truth, I see people dropping off because they don't want to hear this shit. They don't want to look at what needs to be looked at on how their mindset and their emotions and all the other stuff that's going into the pain in their knees is everything that they're experiencing in their life is resulting in the pain in their knees. That's how it is. And that's okay. That's why I do these videos, so I could educate people. It's a vetting process. The people that jump off the call and they're going to be like, no, that's not me. I'm not ready for that. Good. Continue to suffer. I'm there for the people that want to be helped. That's all I could do. That's all I could do. And you know what? You know what? This is really good is the people that drop off. Those that move into the program, I will be able to focus more on them. It isn't fair for those that are in kneeclub, that are committed to learning more about their body. It isn't fair to them for people that aren't. So, okay. Any questions? Nope. No questions. Not a big deal. Okay. Well, cool. Give the video a thumbs up. like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. Head on over to the kneepainguru.com website for more information, and sign up for Knee Club. Our next call is going to be today, this afternoon, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one, and I will see you on the next video.